Alright, welcome back to the Matrix Parthenio commentary with me, Sully the Metalhead. Today we are going to be doing some weapon training. It's going to be fun on the buns, so enjoy this little intro sequence. Ah, you silly sausage. So yeah, apparently a bunch of Asians decided to draw their guns because they spilled over their birdcage. I don't know, maybe they're real passionate about that sort of thing. Anyway, there's some talking coming up in a second, so I'm gonna have to shut up again, which is kinda good because you probably don't want to hear my lackluster commentary, though I'm pretty sure this is just a sequence of text boxes, essentially teaching you how the hell this stage is gonna run. But there is one point of bullshit with this stage, which I will get to shortly after Tank mentions it. So, without further ado, take it away, Tank.
I'm changing things up this time. If you've never fired a gun before, you're about to have no choice. Oh, and so you don't go getting all fancy with your kung fu, I'm taking away your ability to fight hand to hand.
How the hell do you take away the ability to fist fight? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Like, even from the Matrix's standpoint, you can't just say, oh yeah, by the way, you can't punch and kick. I know this is a training simulation, but that kinda does show that... I don't know, that just doesn't make any sense to me. That's something I've never gotten. But anyway, basically throughout this entire training sequence you're gonna be using a shitload of guns and you're just killing this gang. And watch out for the gang leader. He's the guy wearing the black leather jacket and looks kind of like an Asian Christopher Eccleston, for those of you who know your Doctor Who trivia. But anyway, yeah, you're just shooting up the place, really. Damn, not here. And the main thing that you will want to be doing all throughout the Matrix Parthenio, provided you are playing on the higher difficulties, is that you should really just use cover, obviously. I mean, you are in a gunfight, so that's kind of obvious. But yeah, you can peek around corners, you can lock on by pressing the L1 button, no, it's the fucking L2 or R2 or something, fuck, I don't know. It's been ages since I recorded this, so yeah. Another thing you can do with the guns is that you can also use them to interact with the destructive environment around this place. Like, you can shoot down fire extinguishers, explosives, I think. Lots of other things. And, well, I guess the overall goal of this thing is really just to chase down the boss and shoot up his mooks until we reach the end of the stage and finally fight him off for realsies. Yep. That's all there really is to this stage, although I'm pretty sure I'll find some sort of invigorating commentary like I always do. And I can't remember what Asian movie this was based off, because like all these training sequences, as I mentioned before, were all based on kung fu movies, and I cannot remember for the life of me what this one was based on. But anyway. And if you go to those two guys just over there, they'll give you a health and focus power up, which is pretty nice. I also apologize if you hear any background noise, but I'm currently watching the 4 o'clock news, because I can multitask like that. I don't see how those could provide cover for you, because they have like open sections and it's there for storing food and it wouldn't exactly protect you, but who am I to dictate logic within the Matrix? It's a computer simulation, so it should be all about logic, so I just fucked myself up in the brain right there. But oh god, there really isn't much to talk about with this stage. It's a good thing this part is only 10 minutes long, otherwise I would be I'd be in trouble. Even though my videos only go for about 15 minutes. Oh, actually, one bit of commentary I can do, just to pass the time. Again, I had to cut out the movie clips, really, because, you know, copyright. The Matrix is a very big franchise by Warner Brothers, who are fairly, copyright heavy. And again, I was thinking that in lieu of, you know, the movie scenes, which, in all honesty, are really just sort of cut together slapdashedly, I was thinking about maybe, like, doing a couple of skit videos, which are essentially just giving you the Cliff Notes version. The Cliff Notes version. Shit. The Cliff Notes version of the movie scenes, which is basically just going to be a small live-action skit that I want to do. I'm not sure how this will go with a lot of people. Like, maybe I'll just include it in one video to see how the reaction is, or maybe I'll just scrap it entirely, but it's just something I'm thinking about doing just to give a little bit of context in these others, because, like, jumping from level to level like this is really confusing. I mean, even though the movie scenes are essentially like, Neo, oh no! And then, you know, you have another scene from, like, the Animatrix just going, like, arg and shit. I know I don't really explain it that well, but, trust me, just look up a couple of other playthroughs. I think the only copyrighted one that's still up is ntom64's Path of Neo playthrough, and that's probably because Hellfire Comes is still somewhat huge. But anyway, a question to my viewers, I guess. Do you want to see skip videos in the Path of Neo purely for the sake of cutscenes, or... Actually, I'll probably just do it as an experiment. If people like it or not, well, we'll see what happens. But anyway, we've shot the shit out of this gang. And, in terms of guns, you have quite a few to choose from in this game, actually. It can range from grenade launchers, pistols, machine guns, Desert Eagles, I believe, are the ones we're using now. It's the pistols that the agents use. I'm only really calling them Desert Eagles because of the names that were given in Enter the Matrix, which I don't think are that accurate anyway, but, yeah. And, yeah, I would not recommend targeting the boss. Like, even though you could easily target him right now, the boss is pretty much invincible until you reach the end of the stage, which, to put it bluntly, it's pretty much going from, like, the dining hall where we started all the way down here, and then all the way back up to the dining hall again before he actually has a health bar and you can kick the shit out of him. Well, I say kick the shit out of him, but I mean shoot the hell out of him. But anyway, he just, breaks through codes and walls and shit, and he just continues to run through. I'm sorry, I was distracted by an ad on the TV. Now we got the submachine gun, which will be... Yeah, the submachine gun's a pretty cool weapon, although for whatever reason, when I was a kid, I always used to call it the poppadom gun. I don't know, it just kind of reminded me of Indian food, or maybe I was having Indian nude, Indian... Holy shit, I called it Indian nude. Oh god, that's disgusting. I find simple shit funny if you couldn't notice. I don't know why, but I'm just laughing at my own jokes like that. It's kind of sickening, because, like, I really do not like people who laugh at their own jokes. It's, and one video I actually did find of, like, a guy who showcased some Sonic Generation, no, it was Sonic Adventure DX mods, but it was, a guy called, like, the third Mario brother. He always tended to laugh at himself, like, ho ho ho, and it kind of pissed me off, so I don't watch that guy anymore, because laughing at your own jokes is just fucking egotistical, man. I don't like laughing at my own... Well, I guess for me it's kind of like laughing at my own stupidity, because I am a bit of an idiot. In fact, I'm so much of an idiot, I have often been mistaken for Lloyd Irving. And a lot of you don't even know who that is, but for those of you who play Tales of Symphonia, you would know. Oh yes, you'll know. As you can see, I'm stalling for time until we get to the final boss area, because this is really just kind of filler, the level. And this is actually one of the last of the training missions, actually. We've got one more, and that'll be where the skip video comes in. But, put simply, yeah. Sure, after this training section, we've got a certain iconic scene, or one of the iconic scenes in the first movie. And, yeah, shit'll get sweet. I think you have to shoot up a few mooks before he actually becomes targetable. See ya, bitch. Oh, out of focus. Yeah, it is highly recommended that you use focus really to make your shots more accurate, and more really because you can pull off some pretty nifty shit if you like flip around the room and make yourself hard to target by people using guns. Admittedly though, as much as I love the Path of Neo, I will say that Enter the Matrix did have a better selection in terms of weapons, because like, I mean in that game you had, your basic submachine guns, pistols and all that. But I think Enter the Matrix, to its credit, had a bit more weapon variety, or at least in terms of how powerful they are. I mean, Enter the Matrix, I will say right off the bat, is just, a fairly lackluster action game, even for a tie-in. Again, I did a whole review of it, like, a year ago, but, again, I will say this, Enter the Matrix did have some variety to its guns, and you could even use, like, a bloody, oh shit, I forgot the gun, but you got it in the, nuclear plant, which was used for suppressing fires, and it was pretty nifty. But anyway, we're coming towards the end of this stage, and let's finish off this Asian guy. I say the mob boss, actually. Asian guy is a certain arch nemesis of mine from the training sequence, which you didn't see because I couldn't be fucked doing it and those shield guys were kicking my ass.
Awesome! Man, you're really getting good at this. Okay, Morpheus would like to see you now. I think he has something special planned.